Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for being here, clicking on the video, and stopping by. I appreciate you stopping by because there's so many other places, so many other videos. Maybe you have a list of videos that you want to watch, and one of them today is me. I appreciate that. Thank you for that. Today we're going to listen to Nena, is it? Or Nena? I'm going to go with Nena, perhaps. We're going to listen to this track, 99 Luftballons. This is off of a 99 Luftballons, also known as International Album. It's a compilation album by the band. It was their first album released following the worldwide success, I guess, of this particular track. So this track is not necessarily off of an album. Okay. We're going to listen to this. It was released in 1983. While we're listening to it, it had been mentioned and suggested by Joe Marone and Jamie Gagnon. So thank you guys so much for the recommendation. You said that there's an English version as well, and there's a German version. We're just listening to the German version because, from what I can tell, it's the original, and I'd like to hear the original one. So that's what we're going to do. The cover, or not the cover, but the English version is entitled 99 Red Balloons. So let's go ahead and dive into this song. We will discuss it a little bit after. Here we go. And I've never heard of the band. I forgot to mention.
Hast du etwas Zeit für mich? Singe ich ein Lied für dich von 99 Luftballons auf ihrem Weg zum Horizont. Denkst du vielleicht grad an mich? Dann singe ich ein Lied für dich von 99 Luftballons.
I love her singing.
Sowas von sowas kommt.
Totally different than I thought from the beginning. That's so different than I thought from the opening. Got kind of punky. That synth sounds a little familiar, but not.
Feuerwerk, die Nachbarn haben nichts gerafft und fühlten sich gleich angemacht. Dabei schoss man am Horizont auf 99 Luftballons.
Jesus. You hit that break. That's kind of a cool back and forth in tempo.
Hielten sich für schlaue Leute, witterten schon fette Beute, riefen Krieg und wollten Macht. Mann, wer hätte das gedacht, dass es einmal so weit kommt, wegen 99 Luftballons. Wegen 99 Luftballons.
Surfer bass riff.
Kriegsminister gibt's nicht mehr und auch keine Düsenflieger. Heute zieh ich meine Runden, seh die Welt in Trümmern liegen, hab 'n Luftballon gefunden, denk an dich und lass ihn fliegen.
Okay, so based off of the opening of the song, which was emotional, it was expansive. Nina Kerner is the main vocalist here. Really fantastic vocals. And can I tell you, we've mentioned it recently when we had listened to Rammstein, but I love the German language when it's sung. I think there's something kind of like beautiful about it that I don't know if a lot of people really think about or talk about. Obviously, you have like the romantic languages like French and Spanish and such, but I think that there's something absolutely gorgeous about the way that German is sung. And there's something about the way that she, of course, to my English ears, says certain words and, certain like not guttural, but kind of quick, succinct, near guttural sounds from the language that I think just sound very pleasurable, for lack of a better word. I just think it absolutely sounds wonderful. And the emotion really comes through in that beginning part. And then it switches into like synth pop fun before kind of into at some point kind of shifting briefly into something kind of punk inspired with the riff and guitar on top of it, just kind of rambling and running through before kind of going back and forth between these different scenes very quickly. It's just kind of like flipping a pop-out book really, really quickly. But the synth and her vocals are that main harmony, that main melody. That's the main thing that you keep coming back to that is evergreen. And it's a wonderful thing. I like how the synths, of course, when they first come in are fun and bouncy and energetic. They're just bouncing up from wall to wall. And then as the music kind of pulls back just a little bit, the synths are still there, but just now providing a little bit of ambience in the back. And it's just really well done. And like I said, to me, very unexpected the way that this was performed. Because from the very emotional beginning, I'm not expecting. That's a change. And as it goes on, a welcome change. But in the beginning, it is kind of like being in a warm jacuzzi and then being spilled out into some cold water. Let's look at the lyrics, which I forgot to translate them. I was just following the German, to be honest. So I'm going to translate this to English. I suppose I could find the English version and do that, but I'll just use Google and translate it. I did hear Captain Kirk in there, so that's one thing. Do you have some time for me? Then I'll sing a song for you about 99 balloons on their way to the horizon. Are you thinking of me right now? Then I'll sing a song for you about 99 balloons and how things like this come from this. 99 balloons on their way to the horizon were mistaken for UFOs from outer space. That's why a general sent a squadron of planes after them to raise the alarm if that was the case. But there on the horizon were only 99 balloons. A little bit of a mistake, a little bit of a misunderstanding. 99 jets, each one was a great warrior. Thought they were Captain Kirk. There was a great big fireworks display. The neighbors didn't understand anything and immediately felt attacked. But on the horizon, they were shooting at 99 balloons. A big misunderstanding. I like how there's 99 balloons and then there's 99 jets. Apparently now, 99 ministers of war, matches and gasoline cans thought they were clever. Already smelling easy prey, shouted war and wanted power. Man, who would have thought it? Kind of, unfortunately, that it would come to this because of 99 balloons. 99 years of war left no room for victors. There were no more ministers of war, no more jet planes either. Today I wander my rounds, see the world lying in ruins, found a balloon, thinking of you and letting it fly. Okay, so this is how I read this. I read this as from something so simple as 99 balloons. The ministers of war, those powers that be, looking for any rhyme, any reason to declare and call war. That's why in that verse they say, they were clever, they smiled, they smelled easy prey, saying war. Why? They wanted power. Man. And then she says, man, who would have thought about that? Like, man, right? No, well, yeah, of course, mankind would do that, unfortunately. And some powers that be would love to do that for any reason at all. They knew it was a mistake. They knew, that they made a mistake, but they said, hey, we'll just use this as a cover-up. And perhaps this song relates to something real. We'll look at the Wikipedia article as she speaks now from first person. And then I like how, as she wanders the ruins of this now desecrated and destroyed place, found a balloon, thinking of you, and letting it fly. Letting this last one go. Now, obviously, the original intention of the 99 balloons had nothing to do with war or anything aggressive in that nature. So whatever the original intention of releasing those 99 balloons was, I would imagine something, peaceful, love, celebratory. And that still is the reason why she leaves and lets one fly in memory of this other person. So something innocent turned into something destructive thanks to the greed of the powers that be. All right, looking at this track, it says an English language version obviously was also released after the widespread success of the original in Europe and Japan. The English version is not a direct translation of the German original and contains lyrics with a somewhat different meaning. I just translated it straight from Google. I didn't look up the English version lyrics. It says the English version did not chart, while the German language recording became the only U.S. hit in the Billboard Hot 100. While at a June 1982 concert by the Rolling Stones in West Berlin, Nena's guitarist Carlo Cargas noticed that balloons were being released. He watched them move toward the horizon, shifting and changing shapes like a strange spacecraft. He thought about what might happen if they floated over the Berlin Wall to East Berlin. Okay, I can see that now. Also cited by the band was the 1973 newspaper article about 5 high school students who played a prank to simulate a UFO by launching 99 aluminized Bo-Pet balloons attached with ribbons. The red flame from the flare, reflected by the balloons, gave the appearance of a large pulsating red object floating over Red Rock Canyon outside of Nevada. The lyrics of the original German version tell the story. They're mistaken for UFOs. They find nothing but the pilots, obviously, Yeah, it goes on from there. In the end, cataclysmic war results from an otherwise harmless flight of balloons and devastation on all sides without a victor. And it goes on from there. Here is all your chart information. Australia, Austria, Belgium, Europe, Netherlands, New Zealand, Peru, Sweden, Switzerland, US, and West Germany, all hitting number 1. This was a really successful song for the band. And like I said, I think it's really cool how the story from that perspective is done. Like the actual theme behind it, I think is very intelligent and very well done. A fictional story, but something that could easily become nonfiction. And then the music behind it is so unique in how it approaches it. Like I said, definitely not what I was expecting with the opening, but as it went through its motions, had a good time with that one. Hopefully you guys did as well. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Buy me a coffee's here. If you'd like to sponsor a song request, you can do that. So you can just chill, relax, and sit back. And hopefully I'll get to your request, as I did with those that recommended this one. I hope that you have a wonderful day as well. Thank you for being here. Come back tomorrow. I will see you all later. Bye.